I'm just sitting over here reading my notes and so forth, getting ready to get into our urban knowledge video for today. The day is Thursday and so forth, and I got a good video for you guys today and so forth. And I'm not going to tell you until we get ready to do that video and so forth. And I do have some upcoming information because I was asked two questions and so forth in the description, and I will answer those two questions in the video coming up. Okay, bye. Hi guys, this is Eunice and welcome to Shaw Urban Medicine. Welcome to Shaw Urban Knowledge, and today we're going to be talking about sea moss because I did get a couple questions about sea moss, and I'd like to just put all the information out at one time, even though I've already answered the question for this person who contacted me and so forth. But I want to give out this information for somebody else who might need it. Okay. And one other question I got also too, and so far, the word has got out that I never stopped selling wigs and so far, but I had my wig category had depleted down to 9 wigs, and I wasn't really marketing the wig, but I still had a few wigs on the website and so forth and everything. So, let's see how to put it. Okay. I am still doing wigs for ladies with hair loss. I am still doing toppers for women who with hair loss or who don't want to actually put color or stuff onto their natural hair, but would rather just put a piece of color or something like that to help natural hair. So yeah, I'm still into that, and I am upgrading, or I am doing more wigs, and so far I am putting more wigs on my website, and I will put that website into the description box this time and so forth, and I may continue to do so so that you can take a look and see what wigs and toppers we do have in there if you're interested in that and so forth. If you go back and look at my videos and so forth, you will see that I've shown you how I ventilate. I showed you how I make toppers. I showed you how I make wigs. And back in the day, I did sell a lot of wigs and so forth. And I kind of got out of it and so forth because of the colors, the lengths, the styles, and all that stuff. I couldn't keep up. I'm still just one person and all that. And I do make custom wigs for some people. Even today, a few people that still come to me, for hair issues, for wigs and so forth to help them and all that. And one of the things too I want to say about the toppers and the actual wigs and all that, and what toppers mainly and so forth, because there are a lot of toppers that you can commercially buy from different places and things like that. But I make my toppers specifically. I make them full and so forth. These toppers can be taken down and redone and everything, and I make sure that they give you full coverage and all that, and make sure they cover the crown and all that. So usually when you get a topper from me, it's full and everything, to keep you grounded. Now I've seen and purchased a couple toppers that I was going to buy ready to go toppers and all that. But the toppers that I did do and so far were like kind of thin and so forth, and easily the hair comes out. You're not going to go back and redo it or add in. So what I did, I had to do was add more hair into the toppers and so forth that I did make, that I purchased for ready to go toppers. And all that, because whenever you make a topper and you're gonna excuse me, ventilate the closure and all that to the topper and everything. Sometimes I'll buy a closure as well, but when you make a topper. It does take time to make, and so far it's not instant. So if you are one of those people that want to purchase ready to go toppers and so far, you can easily do that. But again, they are really thin, and those toppers there you can't really fix and so forth. If they go bad, hair comes out, and all of that, it's hard to redo and all that. And they're so thin and so forth, so you cannot lose but so much hair in those toppers. So that's one of the things too. So I hope this information get out to the ones who ask and so far, and all that. So I again we'll put that link in on this video so that you can take a look at what I have. I think I have maybe about 20, 25, I don't know, in the store as of yet, but I'm adding more and more into the store and so forth, things like that. Okay, so let's get back into why we're here. We are here for sea moss health benefits and so forth. So let's get to that. I didn't mean to go on and on, but I did want to cover those couple questions and so forth, and all that. Okay, sea moss. I'm pretty sure that you guys are familiar with that. A lot of people are. This is one of the reasons that we actually have sea moss in our store on our website and so forth, because somebody had contacted me and wanted to get sea moss and so forth, and I didn't have it, but I immediately did some research on it and got the sea moss and put it into our store. Sea moss is is rich in vitamins. It's also rich in minerals. It's also rich in fiber and irons and things like that. And a lot of people consume sea moss into their foods and things like that. And sea moss is also put into other products as well, and so far. And but yeah, sea moss is consumed through food. Some people use sea moss in the food and all that. We do have it, and we only sell it. We only have like one formulation, and that's herbal capsule. So far with the sea moss, I believe, and it is good for. It helps aid in your immune functions, immune system. It is also aid on the thyroid functions as well. And this is men and women thyroid function. It also is heart healthy and all that, and it do help you to lose weight as well. It also aids in gut health and all that, and and see, it also helps with workout recovery. So I'm told, and all that for those who do. Now, I think some people use sea moss in smoothies or one of those drinks and so forth, after a workout and so forth, and they do that and use sea moss that way because it's so beneficial and all that. And then sea moss also adds certain benefits for women, and then certain extra benefits for men as well. Like for the women, it's menopause and also estrogen, and it's the osteoporosis in women. And for men, the extra benefit is the testosterone and so forth. So those are the health benefits and so forth for using sea moss. It is a great herb to have around, and it's been here for decades and so forth. I thought I missed the lawnmower people because they gotten kind of quiet, so I wanted to jump in here and get this year video done. It seemed like to me we're running into each other with the noise wise or time wise and all that and so forth. It was quite a few minutes ago, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this here finished up. So anyway, yeah, so that is the sea moss health and benefits and so forth. And then it's a great herb to have around if you have any of those symptoms and so forth. And it's always just good to have something to help the immune system. Or if you again working out and so forth, yeah, try one of those sea moss smoothies, or for your workout and all that. So it is good. It's gut health, and we all can attest to that. That we do have some kind of gut issue and all that. So sea moss is good for that as well. So yeah, sea moss is one of those things and so forth, and it comes like in a powder form. And what we do is we usually put it in herbal capsules and so forth and things like that. If you guys have noticed and so forth, a lot of the medicines now that they are advertising on television and things like that is through the syringe and so forth and all that. So I was just telling my husband, here we go down the rabbit hole. I was just telling my husband the other day and so forth. I said, well, I guess the pill popping days are over. So now it's syringes. Every time you turn around, it's a syringe, a syringe, a syringe, a syringe. I do not like needles, and I guess I will always be a pill popper for my medicine and so far and everything. And he said, well, if you do a syringe, the medicine gets in you faster and all this and that. Well, that is true, especially if you are taking traditional medicine. People don't realize that these hard traditional medicine, these pills and so forth, do not dissolve quickly. They do take some time to dissolve and all that. But as a herbalist, and I'm pretty sure other herbalists as well, they all use vegetable or glycerin capsule. And once you put it in, it starts to dissolve like right away, and you get the medicine right away and so forth. So it's very quick acting and so forth. No, it's not as fast as the liquid form, but it does work pretty quick and so far as to a hard traditional pill or capsule or whatever and so forth, because they do take a long time to dissolve. So anyway, so I quickly let him know that when you do a herbalist. And I also purchase for myself other supplements and so forth from a few other websites and things like that and so forth that have this supplement, because if it's something that I want for myself, I don't want to have to go out and buy a bag of this, a bag of that, and bag of this and put it together just for myself and so forth. So why not buy from other herbalists or other companies that do herbal medicine and so forth. Hey, sharing, and supporting, I put it that way, supporting other herbal medicines. That's what I'm doing. So anyway, yeah, I definitely am not doing syringes and so forth. So we're done with that. I don't do that. So so yeah. So anyway, sea moss is, like I said, been around for a long time. It is one of those medicine that is very helpful. It is one of those herb that is very helpful. Is one of those herbs that we do consume in our food and so forth. And I'm pretty sure that when it comes out to workout and after exercise and so forth, it's like a smoothie. You can do a sea moss smoothie. Again, we do have herbal capsules, sea moss and herbal capsules and things like that. So that you can get if you're interested in that and so forth. So we're gonna run across the information again real quick and so forth before we go. I'm gonna give you the ingredients in sea moss because it does have vitamins. It's rich in vitamins, actually, minerals, fiber, iron, and all that. And it do aid the immune system. It do help the gut system, aids the gut health. Also, too, it helps you to lose weight if you on that weight loss, and that is another way that you can use sea moss as a smoothie. Is if you're trying to lose weight. It is heart healthy as well, and It is good. I said before, as a workout, and for women, it does extra benefits here with the estrogen, menopause, and osteoporosis, and also with the men, it aids them in testosterone and so forth. And so those are the great health benefits for sea moss and all that. So do some research before you begin any herbal medicine, seek a herbs or healthcare provider, and that's because you may be on other traditional medicine. You want to make sure that sea moss doesn't have any bad interaction with any other medicine. Also, too, I do want to put this out and so far. Sea moss you need to use in really small dosage and so far, or small dosage, because it does have a lot of iodine in it, and you don't want to OD on iodine. So that is the only disadvantage regarding sea moss and so forth, and everything. But some sea moss with a smoothie, I don't know how much you would use with the smoothies and things like that to make one of those shakes or whatever. But for herbal capsule and so forth, I would recommend only like two capsules a day and so forth, instead of 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, because of all the iodine and so forth. And consistently, if you just do that, and for a long period of time, that stuff catches up with you, the iodine. You don't want to have give yourself high blood pressure or anything like that. So but those are the health benefits and so forth of using sea moss and so forth. And that's the only disadvantage that I'm aware of and so far, is the iodine. But anyway, do your own research. Seek a herbist or healthcare provider, because they can do the research for you. They can check out your traditional medicine to see if the herbal, see if there's going to be any bad or a good interaction and so forth. Looking for the bad interaction and so forth, because if it's a good interaction, if they can be compared or they can be used together, that is a good thing and so forth. But you want to make sure that they can be used together with your other medicine and so forth, and not, use your other medicine. So you do have to do that research and so forth if you're interested in using sea moss and so forth. And thank you guys for joining me today. And I hope that you send a question. If you have any, put it into the description box and send it to me. I'll get back with you and all that. And I will talk with you on the next video on Wednesday or Thursday. And have a great day. Bye.
Seasons change quickly as they appear. Air gets crisp this time of year. As the summer moves on, the dreamer's love has to wait. The winter's chill won't